Spider, what's up, man?
What's going on?
Dude, we love the album.
Right on. Well, you should just play the whole album on the air constantly.
I'd say by the time we're done, I probably will. Have you been getting any feedback? What do you think your hardcore fans are going to think of this? It's a slight change from your older material.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always worried about that when we put a new record out, because generally fans always hate your new stuff right away. It's kind of funny. You expect it, because they love the last record, and then the new record will never live up to it. But, honestly, I was shocked because we previewed like 3 songs on our website, and these are like the hardcore kids who just sit on the website every day for 2 years. And pretty much across the board, they all loved it.
Great.
And I was kind of shocked because I'm thinking either we did something very, very right or something's really wrong here. So I don't know. Yeah.
Well, you got a new fan in me. I mean, I was a casual fan before, and I'll be totally straight up with you. I'm pretty much a hard rocker, and when I heard Free, I was like, this is good.
Cool, man. Yeah, I mean, we took away some of the artificial nature of what we did, which was really cool, and we, at the time, that's what we were feeling like. But this time around, we really wanted to kind of strip it back a little bit and just sort of be a band again, and, how we started out years ago in Boston, and just, simplify a little bit, I guess.
And you got 2 new members. Did that affect the sound at all?
Well, I mean, it does because, they're very different players. And, and I told them from the start, I said, don't try to copy what the old guys are doing. Bring your style to this. Do what you want to do. And it's definitely brought a lot more energy to the band. The band's a lot more fun to be in now, and it just feels like it's, kind of brand new again.
If we can back up a little bit, I know this is maybe a little sore spot for you to the last album, and I know you pulled it off. Well, you didn't pull off the shelves, but the couple weeks before it was to come out. Can you kind of back up and start from there, and what happened with that album not coming out and lead us up into Transform?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's not, it's a pretty simple story, and, I think a lot of people read more into it than maybe they have to, but the reality is we made this record called Anyone for Doomsday, and, we were following up a big hit record, and, I really feel like maybe we just sort of pressured ourselves into, following maybe a formula a bit, and instead of experimenting more. And so, we sort of had that pressure hang over our heads of following up a hit, and I think that it hurt the creative flow instead of just letting go and doing what we felt like we needed to do. So at the end of the day, when we finished the record, it just started to feel like the wrong record to me. It was a cool record. It was really heavy and aggressive, but it just didn't feel like we took the chances we had to. And so, yeah, a couple of weeks before we were going to put it out, we kind of made a ballsy move and decided to hold the record back. And DreamWorks supported us creatively, and, we were going to go back and kind of tweak the record a little bit, write a few more songs. And at that point, a couple of original members left, and at that, then it was just like all bets are off. Let's just tear this thing down and start over again. And we made a whole new record, and that's the Transform album.
Cool. Yeah, that's one of the ballsier moves I've heard to do, to pull that, and because I'm sure it set you back a little bit on your timetable of where you want to be.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely not this. Financially, it was a rough move for us and the label. You don't want to make 2 records in a row, and yeah, in this day and age where everybody's so fickle and they're on to what's next, you don't want to disappear for a long time. But the fact is, sometimes you do things for the right reason, which is for the creative reasons. And now that we feel strongly about this record, we're going to work 10 times harder to support it than we would have with the last record. And I think at the end of the day, we definitely made the right call.
How does it feel to be back on stage? That's got to be just...
It's cool. I mean, I really feel like we're getting on a roll now. I mean, quite literally, the first show of this tour was the first show we've ever played with the new guys. So it was definitely a roll of the dice, and, I didn't know what was going to happen, and they stepped it up and pulled it off. And now after, doing, 15, 20 shows, I really feel like we're starting to really get it down on stage together as, with this new chemistry, and, our old fans are coming out to see us, and they're happy to have us back, and it's been a blast out here.
Cool. I've kind of seen a gradual progression back to a little more of the rock sound, too. I know the bands you're touring with, Raw and Stone Sour, have a little more of that arena rock feel to them, too. So
yeah, it's a cool tour because every band on the tour is really different. So it's not one of those shows where everybody sounds the same, and it's cool to get there early and check everybody out because everybody has their own style they're bringing to the show.